G'day! Welcome to a John Marrick video presentation. Today, Porco is going to test fly the Aerobask Epic E1000. Good morning all. We are here at Bella Coola and we will be departing shortly for Machmell Fisheries, where we hope to have lunch. After Machmell, we will go on to Quantum River for a spot of afternoon tea. Departing there, we will come back to Bella Coola for a late dinner. We hope to try out this aircraft and see how good she is as a bush basher. So I hope you will enjoy your flight with us. Our Aerobask Epic is equipped with 3 E1000 screens with enough room above the center one for a packet of Benson and Hedges. On the center console we are equipped with a thrust reverse lever, which is essential for the type of landings that we will be doing today. Below the thrust lever console is our parking brake release lever. Having done all our pre-flight checks, we are now sitting at the end of the runway deploying our flaps. Well, everybody's all strapped in. Let's get on with it. A bit squirrely compared to the jets that I normally fly. Rotate. A little bit of engine torque. Gear up and locked. Our engine is a PT6A turboprop by Pratt & Whitney. Our maximum speed is 325 knots at a flight level of 340. Our best cruise is 175 knots, again at flight level 340. We have a stall speed of 64 knots and a clean stall speed of 64 knots, so it will be most interesting to see how she handles on short dirt strips. But sit back and enjoy the flight. As we head to our first destination, Machmell Fisheries. We are now on final to Machmell Fisheries. We're a tiny bit low. A quick blip on the throttle lifts us up that 100 feet or so we need. A remarkable aircraft is this Aerobask Epic E1000. For those of you who have not been here before, this airstrip is hidden in those trees, but once you are over them, you have a nice long gravel strip, but still requires care as it is quite narrow. Many first-time flyers of bush aircraft go to Machmell Fisheries to try out their aircraft. Now that we are down, we'll engage thrust reverse and allow it to do all the braking for us. I've hardly used the disc brakes at all. Well, it looks like we're just in time for lunch. We'll see how we take off after a leisurely lunch. As we have plenty of airstrip here, we are not going to push to get up in the air real quick. This is the first time I've been flying this aircraft, so I'm just learning its handling capabilities as we go along. Lunch was delightful. We had fresh salmon. The good lady and I had a bottle of rosé. Our hosts were quite happy with a couple of cartons of beer and a bottle of Bundy rum, that is. Our next port of call is Quantum River. It'll take us a little while to get there, and we should get there in time for afternoon tea. Terribly sorry. Did I wake you from your afternoon nap? It is a bit violent, some of the manoeuvres to get around into this little spot. We have to clear this fence and get down on the ground real quick. All the time avoiding the wheel ruts from the timber trucks without going over too far to the right and losing a wing. Reverse thrust really quick, and we're onto the brakes as well. Hopefully we don't catch a rut and spin us. So considering that was a harder landing than normal, that was quite good. We'll get up here and turn around and leave the aircraft up the top here ready for takeoff while we go and see our hosts and have ourselves a spot of afternoon tea. Having a bit of problems with the thrust reverse lever. I engage it and it unengages itself. Probably something I'm doing wrong in regards to this aircraft, but I will work it out eventually. I am very impressed with the abilities of this aircraft, and if you are considering something to use for your bush flights with a little bit of panache, then might I suggest you give the epic E1000 a little bit of a test run. I see the timber truck approaching. We'll park here, and the next you'll see of us will be on our takeoff and back to Bella Coola. Full flaps are deployed. We've held on the brakes and run them up, and we're applying full power to get off this strip as soon as we can. In fact, I believe that we actually took off in a shorter area than I thought we would. Well, let's get the gear up and locked away and head for home. Next stop, Bella Coola. As we begin our final approach, I am trying to rack my brain as to anything I don't like about this aircraft. It handles well, it has plenty of power, its comfort level is adequate, instrumentation is top notch, brakes are excellent, the reverse thrust power of the Pratt & Whitney is phenomenal. Its approach speed is good. I really cannot fault it. Just let me concentrate for a moment, please. Once again, I would like to say you should consider having this in your stable. It is quite a pleasure. Its only fault, and I do believe it might be me, is its twitchiness. But it's only happened once or twice, so it is probably me. Do take it for a test flight. Thank you very much for being with me on this our test flight of the Aerobask Epic E1000, and it has been a pleasure to have you with me. Oh, afternoon tea? Well, I do think they put a little bit too much scotch in their tea, but we won't criticise them for that, shall we? Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers.